Hey YouTube, I just want to do a video about what happened on Indianapolis Regionals last Saturday. By the way, Marshmallow is just like the center of the video. It's better than looking at a blank mat, so this is the first card I found that might be interesting to look at, so yeah, here's Marshmallow. Anyway, last Saturday, Indianapolis Regionals, round 6, our match between me and my opponent. Round 1 lasted pretty much the entire match time. Um, Yeah, it lasted about 37 minutes. During the duel, we had no problems. We had a couple questions, and those were resolved easily. And then about 37 minutes into the duel, as he's about to attack for game, I think, and as we're cleaning up our field, putting it back in our deck and stuff, he asks the judge how much time's left in the round, and the judge says 3 minutes. And then he says to me, I have match because we get 3 minutes to decide. So that what that basically was him saying, I have match because we have 3 minutes to decide. So I'll stall those 3 minutes siding so that time won't be called during next game. So I just win the match. So he basically just told me he was gonna stall. So that's pretty much the big thing that set me off, kind of. And then I think he sees the look on my face, and then he asks the judge like, how many minutes do we get to decide? And he says 3 minutes. He's like, okay, so yeah. And as we presume to decide, I set in 4 or 5 cards relatively quickly because I want to get to that game too, so we can have time called and I can at least attempt to play. So as he's siding, like he takes out 11 cards and he's then looking for more cards to side in his main deck. And I can understand that it can take a while to think of cards to take out because I know it's tough. 11 cards is a lot. But it just goes back to that first comment of I have match because we get 3 minutes to side. So that's always in the back of my mind, and I pretty much know he's stalling. Like, there's no really reason he can get around that, but he was stalling. And while he's siding, I ask him, "Can you please hurry up so that we have time?" And he just, he doesn't say anything, keeps siding, kind of talks to himself. And then about a couple seconds later, I'm like, "Can you please hurry up so we have time to shuffle?" And he just continues to side, does not answer. That just adds to the fact that he is stalling. Um, if he would have responded or said something to make himself look better in the situation, there's that. But, he didn't, so that was kind of obvious to the fact that he was doing that. And I do have witnesses to say that he was not responding to me. So, yeah, he did not respond to me when I asked him to hurry up. So, my deck's in front of him, ready to cut. And as he finally gets the 11 cards he needs to side, he picks up his sided cards and he counts them like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then I'm like, while he's doing that, I'm like, that's not necessary. Just put them back. I don't care. You can shuffle and we can play. And he ignores me again, picks up the other cards and counts them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And just adds to the fact that he's stalling again. So when he finally puts the cards back in his deck, he shuffles them, he shuffles it for like a second, puts it on the table, and then time's called. And then the judge who was already helping us with other issues earlier, who was right by, said, "I need your match slip. That's time." So he signs it right away, like he's ready to sign it. And then, I just sit there really pissed off because I just got stalled against. That's why I lost. And I just want to make clear right now, it's not that I didn't never refuse to sign the match slip. I was just pissed off because of the way things happened. By the way, there will be a link to his video explaining his side in the description because honestly, I don't like when only one side's explained, even if I think I'm right or I think the other person's right. I just like both people to have access to both sides. So yeah, and I did not refuse to sign it. I was just kind of pissed off, as I was saying. And I eventually did sign it, and I was just, getting mad. And I don't ever remember saying anything like mean towards him. I might have mumbled under my breath to myself like that's bullshit or something like that. Maybe that's the most profane word I used. But the only thing I remember saying directly to him was that's a cheap win. And he says you can call it whatever you want, and then gets up. So that's what happened pretty much. And you know, I was just at that point gonna go home. I had no intention to do anything else, but I'm talking with my friend about it, who was there, and he was just talking to me about how it was wrong and stuff. And I was like, yeah, I know. And so after talking with my friend, I decided, you know what, I'll go talk to the head judge about it. So I explained to him the situation. He talks to the other judges about it for about a couple minutes, and I overhear them talking about how they do have 3 minutes, but if they're doing it with the intention to stall, then stalling is just forbidden at tournaments like that. So you just can't stall, flat out. You can't stall, no matter what, no matter how much time they give you for anything. If you're doing it with the intention to stall, then you're not allowed to do that. So then they call him up, and they talk with him, and then about 5 minutes later, after the judge comes back with the other judges, I go up and ask him, so what happened? And he said, just continue on play as normal, and just we're handling the issue internally. And then I say, what happened about the match? He said, the match is still a loss for you, just continue playing. So, at that point, after the match was confirmed a loss, there's no really use for me to continue playing because I needed to get home because I needed to have my dad pick me up. So I just dropped after that and left. I later found out yesterday that he was disqualified from a video, from comments and stuff. So, I had like no intention, I didn't know he was disqualified while I was there. So like nothing, didn't help with that at all. All I did was explain the situation to the head judge, and he called him over. Do I think that being disqualified for that is necessarily right? Um, it may be considered too harsh. I will give him that, but I think at the least the match should have, we should have either gotten a time extension or the match should go to me because he was stalling. But disqualification, not necessarily the best punishment. The judges can discuss whatever they want. I don't know how big of a no-no stalling is on the judges' side of things. Stalling might be in Konami's book, stalling might be grounds for immediate disqualification. So you know what? Maybe he did deserve to get disqualified. That's pretty much really all I have on the matter. Like I said, a link to his video will be down in the description or in the video or wherever I decide to put it. Just look for it. But that's pretty much it. This is pretty much for him. I don't know if this is really that big of a deal. But yeah. Just comment down below, I guess, on what you think of the situation. I don't really have much else to say. If I'm forgetting anything, I'll either put it in the annotation or the description. If I've left something out that was key or something that I just simply forgot to mention. So that's pretty much the incident of round 6 at the Indianapolis Regional. So yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.